My dear, precious child, you are chosen. If your heart trembles when you hear those words, that tremble is not fear, but the soft knocking of truth. If this is true, and I tell you now with a love that does not waver, then everything you have carried in silence has been seen. Every lonely night has been counted. Every hidden tear has been gathered and held tenderly. If this is true, then you are not an accident of time or chance. You are chosen, set apart, wrapped in purpose before the first breath you took. If this is true, listen closely. The ache you feel is not a punishment, but a signal. It is the shaping hand guiding you toward what only you can become. You have been placed in this exact moment with gifts and wounds, arranged like the pages of a book, ready to be read and used. Do not rush to fix your broken places as if they shame you. They are the tender places where light enters. If this is true, your failures are not the end of your story, but the very ink that writes compassion into your soul. If this is true, then every small kindness you have shown, the smile you gave when you had none, the hand you extended though yours was empty, the silence you kept to protect someone else, none of it is wasted. I have seen it. I have kept it like seeds in a jar, waiting for a season when what seems little will become a harvest. You are chosen to bring warmth where there was cold, to be a voice where silence has reigned, to stand gently in the places where others are too afraid to stand. If this is true, know this: your past will not define you. The wrong roads you walked, the choices you regret, the words you wish you could take back, they will not write the last line. I take the fragments and make mosaics. I take what is broken and hold it to the light until it becomes art. Do not hide your story, because shame whispers lies. If this is true, shame is not the truth. Love is, and love rewrites. If this is true, you are chosen not because you are perfect, but because your imperfection houses tenderness. The chosen one is not first because they were worthy from the start. They were first because they were willing to be used. You are chosen because you have walked through fire and still trust morning. You are chosen because your heart, though fragile, beats with the rhythm of grace. Let that be your comfort. You are chosen to be seen, exactly as you are. If this is true, I will carry you through the nights when hope feels thin. I will walk beside you in the loud confusion and the small triumphs. You are not alone in your fear. I will be the steady breath when you forget how to breathe. Reach out with your small hand. Do not worry, it will be enough. If this is true, my hand is greater than your fear, and my patience is longer than your wait. If this is true, do not be ashamed of being afraid. Fear is often the doorway to courage. When you tremble, that is the place I meet you. Courage does not mean absence of fear. It means moving forward even when your knees shake. If this is true, your trembling is the beginning of a brave story. Step by step, word by word, choice by choice, you become the one you were made to be. If this is true, please listen when I say that your mistakes do not cancel your calling. Every time you fell apart, someone else learned how to hold pieces. Every scar on your heart is a map to compassion. The chosen one learns, not in empty triumph, but in real sorrow and recovery. If this is true, then pick up your life not with pride, but with honesty, and let honesty be your strength. If this is true, you will meet seasons of waiting. Waiting feels like a silence that never ends, but waiting is the studio where patience is sculpted. Do not measure your worth by the speed of results. Some things grow slow, so they can be strong. The oak does not hurry its rings. If this is true, your waiting is not a void, it is a preparation. Spend it in learning how to love yourself, because the chosen one loves deeply when they have first learned to receive love. If this is true, you will sometimes feel unqualified. Remember that the one who calls you also equips you. The chosen do not always begin with everything they need. I provide along the way. A lamp is lit bit by bit. Do not hide your hunger for more goodness. Ask honestly, and help will come in ways you did not anticipate. If this is true, humility is not weakness, but the doorway through which strength enters your life. If this is true, forgive yourself. Forgiveness is not forgetting. It is freeing. When you forgive, you unclench your hands so they are free to give and to receive. The chosen one carries mercy like a garment, wearing it often until its fabric becomes part of their skin. If this is true, let mercy begin at home. Begin with you. You are entitled to compassion just as much as anyone else. If this is true, tend your thoughts. Your mind is a garden. What you water will grow. Speak kindly to yourself. When the inner critic rises, answer with truth. I am chosen. I am loved. I am being made. The chosen one trains their mind to see the good the way a gardener prunes for growth. Plant seeds of truth. When dark thoughts come, do not entertain them as guests. Gently close the door and let the light in. If this is true, you will be tested, not to break you, but to shape you. Tests polish what is hidden and reveal what is real. When storms come, do not imagine you are being abandoned. Imagine you are being refined. If this is true, tests are invitations to grow courage, to deepen faith, to learn reliance. The chosen one does not fear storms. They learn how to dance in the rain. If this is true, there will be times of great joy. Rejoice when joy comes. Do not apologize for your happiness. Celebrate the small miracles. A smile received, a hand held, a door opened that you did not expect. Joy is proof that life is moving. Joy is the chosen one's song. Let your laughter be holy. If this is true, allow delight to live in you without guilt. If this is true, you are chosen for connection. You are not meant to be an island. Look for people who reflect the good in you and who call you forward. The chosen one gathers others into warmth. Build a small circle of truth-tellers, people who will speak honesty into your life and receive honesty from you. Share your meals, your stories, your fragility. If this is true, community will become a well where you drink and are replenished. If this is true, be slow to judge and quick to listen. The world is filled with hurried verdicts, but wisdom grows in quiet listening. The chosen one learns the language of hearts by listening more than speaking. When someone hurts you, ask why. When someone rejoices, rejoice with them. Let empathy be your constant companion. If this is true, live with courage in your small decisions. The grand destiny is shaped by daily choices. How you speak, who you forgive, what you refuse to tolerate. The chosen one keeps faith in the little things. If you are faithful in small tasks, you will be entrusted with greater work. Do not despise the mundane. Treat every small duty as sacred. If this is true, remember to rest. Rest is not laziness. Rest is a holy pause where strength is renewed. The chosen one learns to lay down their burdens, to let sleep be a healer, to hold stillness as a friend. In rest, the noise settles and clarity arrives. Give yourself permission to breathe. If this is true, be brave in confession. Confession is not an admission of defeat, but a step into freedom. When you name the wrong, it loses its power to rule you. The chosen one faces truth and walks into light. Do not hide the shadow. Bring it into the sun so it can be transformed. If this is true, You will be led to forgive others, even when it's painful. Forgiveness is an act of courage that loosens chains and lets new life begin. You will forgive not because they deserve it, but because you deserve to be free. The chosen one is a river that carries away bitterness and waters new growth. If this is true, you must be careful with power. If you are given influence, let humility be your guide. Pride corrupts quickly. Humility safeguards the heart. Use your voice to lift, not to tear down. When you lead, lead by serving. The chosen one uses strength to protect the weak, to stand up for justice, and to speak gently to the hurting. If this is true, love the truth and speak it with grace. There will be moments when truth is unpopular. Speak it anyway, but do so with kindness. The chosen one is not a loud accuser, but a steady light. Let your words heal, not wound. If this is true, remember that every struggle has a purpose when seen through the long view. Pain is a tutor. It teaches patience, empathy, and endurance. The chosen one sits with pain and allows it to teach, not to embitter. When you look back, the scars will be the map of growth. If this is true, do not be afraid to dream. You have been chosen to imagine what could be, and then to act on that vision. Dreams are the whispers of what is possible. Plant them gently, water them with courage, and tend them with discipline. The chosen one is a dreamer who works. If this is true, speak tenderly to the lonely parts of yourself. There will be spaces inside you that ache for acceptance. Meet them with tenderness. Comfort the younger parts of you who were afraid. The chosen one becomes whole by healing inner fragments. If this is true, take responsibility for your life. You are not merely a passenger. You are a steward. Care for what is given. Nurture what is fragile. Protect what is true. The chosen one accepts their role with humility and joy, knowing that responsibility is an expression of trust. If this is true, hold hope like a lantern. Hope is not naive. It is brave. When everything tells you to despair, hope whispers, "This is not the end." Keep that whisper alive. The chosen one walks by hope, because hope multiplies what seems little into abundance. If this is true, be generous with praise. When someone shines, celebrate them. The chosen one magnifies light in others, knowing that praise does not steal from them, but helps the world glow. Give credit, share stages, uplift voices. In doing so, you fulfill your purpose. If this is true, do not fear correction. Correction is not an attack, but a compass. Receive it with gratitude, sift what is true, and change what needs changing. The chosen one grows hungry for truth and humble enough to be shaped by it. If this is true, keep your promises. Your word is a bond. Small promises kept become the architecture of trust. The chosen one is reliable. Their yes means yes, and their no means no. Build your life on truth. If this is true, be brave in solitude. Solitude is not emptiness. It is the workshop of the soul. In solitude, you listen to the small voice that guides. You pray without show, and you mend the places that crowds cannot reach. The chosen one embraces solitude and returns to people seasoned by it. If this is true, live simply. Simplicity is not poverty. It is clarity. Let go of what clutters your heart. The chosen one finds joy in less, because less creates room for what matters. Simplify your wants so your life can be rich in what is true. If this is true, seek wisdom over approval. Approval is fragile and fleeting. Wisdom lasts. The chosen one asks what is right more often than what do they think. Live by principles that do not bend with trends. If this is true, pray without ceasing, in the small way of keeping your heart turned inward toward what is good. Prayer is not only words, it is posture. Keep your heart open, even when you do not know what to say. The chosen one walks in conversation with the heart of love. If this is true, be a friend to the forgotten. Look for those who stand in the shadows and offer your presence. The chosen one finds purpose in restoring dignity. A visit, a listening ear, a shared meal. These are the altars of kindness. If this is true, remember that healing takes time. Do not force speed upon what needs seasons. The chosen one learns patience with their own heart and with others. Time is an ally, not an enemy. If this is true, keep learning. Curiosity keeps your soul young. Read, listen, explore. The chosen one never ceases to grow in knowledge and in humility. If this is true, sing when you can, weep when you must, laugh when joy comes, and rest when you are weary. Life is full, and you are invited to live it fully. The chosen one holds both sorrow and delight, and is faithful through both. If this is true, I am with you in every small and large thing. When the road bends and you cannot see, I walk the next step with you. When the valley opens, I stand at its edge and call your name. You are chosen to know love that endures beyond the visible. If this is true, you will sometimes be misunderstood. That is part of being chosen. You will be a light to some and a mirror to others, and mirrors make people uncomfortable. Do not let misunderstanding discourage you. Keep walking, keep loving. If this is true, give thanks often. Gratitude trains your eyes to notice goodness. The chosen one counts blessings even in season of lack, and counting turns scarcity into abundance. If this is true, be expectant. Expect goodness not because life is easy, but because love is faithful. Expect doors to open at surprising times. Expect help in strange places. Expect your small acts of faith to be met with grace. If this is true, keep your heart soft. Anger will come, and sometimes anger is necessary, but do not let it calcify into hardness. The chosen one chooses tenderness again and again, even after being hurt. If this is true, teach with your life more than your words. People will remember how you treated them, more than anything you said. The chosen one becomes a teaching by presence, by the way they listen, the way they keep promises, the way they make room for others. If this is true, be faithful in hope when hope seems foolish. Many great things began as small, foolish seeds. The chosen one plants with expectation and waters with patience. If this is true, let your life be a story of rescue. Not heroic in spectacle, but heroic in simple acts. Rescuing time for a child, rescuing dignity for someone shamed, rescuing a dream from abandonment. The chosen one rescues what they can and trusts others to do the same. If this is true, you are loved beyond measure. This love is not earned and cannot be lost by performance. When you forget, come back. When you wander, turn toward. The chosen one knows that being loved is the root of living rightly. If this is true, keep your eyes on the path, not on the crowd. The crowd will pull you sideways with noise and fear. The chosen one walks steady, guided by inner truth and quiet conviction. If this is true, live as if every small kindness matters. Because it does. The ripple you make may return as a wave that carries someone else home. The chosen one understands that small kindnesses are the currency of heaven. If this is true, remember, you are chosen to bring peace where there is conflict, to offer bread where there is hunger, to carry light where there is darkness. You are chosen to be a presence of healing and of hope. If this is true, now rise with gentle courage. Do not wait for a perfect condition to begin. Begin with the brave small things, a truthful word, a helping hand, forgiveness given, a prayer whispered in the night. The chosen one becomes who they are by doing the next right thing. If this is true, go now and live with bold humility. Keep a soft heart and a steady gaze. Walk with courage, speak with kindness, serve with joy, and rest in the sure knowledge that you are chosen. This is not a light thing. It is the foundation upon which you stand. If this is true, hear it again. You are chosen. Let that truth sink into your bones. Let it steady you when storms rise and quiet you when the world is loud. Let it be the secret strength in your chest. If this is true, I will be with you until the end of days, holding you through every change and every trial. You are not alone. You are chosen. Blessings go before you, and mercy follows behind. Walk on, chosen one. Walk on with faith, with courage, and with love. If this is true, then begin now. Start the next small act of faith. The path will open, and you will see, step by step, how carefully you were chosen for this exact hour.